Oh, finally. Oh, all right, we're live, we're live, we're live. What's up, everybody? We're live. Sorry, I'm late. Actually, I did better than last time. Usually, I'm like 20 minutes late, 30 minutes. Today, I was only 10 minutes late. Regardless, though. Sorry about that. Let me just double check and make sure everything is going good on the stream so that there's no issues. Don't get to this. Okay. And make sure everything is good. Okay, the sound is looking good. The let's test the video. Let's test the video real quick to make sure that everything is working well. Let's find a random video to test. Let's see, what can we test? Let's test To Be Hero X. Okay, let's click on that. Let's hear, because I reduced the volume, so let's hear if it sounds good. So it's gonna act like that, yeah? Okay, so basically what it is if I try to play a video from, let's say, Crunchyroll, it's going to refuse it, to be more precise. It's going to refuse it. Meaning that my best bet would be what would my best bet be? My best bet would be to go on a dodgy website. My best bet would be to go on a dodgy website. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a little bit, just so that I can sort this out. Yeah, be right back. Oh, okay, let's test it again. I find a website. Unfortunately, I would rather watch it on Crunchyroll because I pay for Crunchyroll, but it won't allow me to live stream it. You know what I mean? To share it with you guys. Because the main plan is, uh, okay, this is what it is. The anime watch along is basically we're just gonna watch an old school anime together, comments while watching it, all that good jazz. So it's gonna be quite exciting, amazing. That's how I want it to be. So basically, I needed to share screen. Oh, I need to share screen and then share the sound, and then we watch it and we just comment on it. You guys let me know what you like about it, what you didn't like about it, like which part is the best, which character you get along. That's the main idea of anime watch along. Again, like I said, normally I wouldn't go to illegal website to watch it, but Crunchyroll would not allow me to show the screen. But this one works. So, hey, I still pay for Crunchyroll. Well, to be fair, my brother does, but you know what I mean. So that's gonna be cool. Let's jump into Discord and double check if my brother. Double check if my brother is online. Yeah, we're gonna double check if Maestro is online. So the anime that we're gonna watch again, like I said, I don't know if I said it already. Naruto, the original Naruto, the first Naruto, the GOAT, GOT, GOAT. That's what I meant. Ooh, okay. Go on the anime podcast. Maestro, if you're on the stream and you can hear me, go on the anime podcast. Yeah, I'm already on, so I'm waiting for you so I can start the anime. And be quick about it too. Time is of the essence. Okay, while we're at it, while we wait for Maestro, how was your day, guys? How was your day? Did you enjoy yourself? What you do? Anything exciting? Anything, crazy? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. How was your day, guys? Because my day was horrible. My day was horrible. Super busy, people calling in sick, and then you have to do triple the work. So, yeah, nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. Oh, snap. I already got message. I wasn't even looking. I am so sorry. Yeah, CKN. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Long time no see, man. Yes, man. I was so disappointed you didn't join the previous stream. You too, CKN. I was so disappointed, but you guys are here now. So we're gonna be watching some original Naruto, the OG. But let me just quickly call Maestro, because I don't know what's up with him. He said he was gonna be on. I need to know if he's gonna be on, that's cool. That I don't mind, but he needs to tell me these things if he's not gonna be on. Lin. Yo, Lin. Can you hear me? I'm on Discord, man. I'm waiting for you. We're about to start watching Naruto. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So if you play Naruto, I will leave the stream. I thought anime watch along was supposed to be watching anime that aren't that popular, like unknown anime. Oh, unknown anime. Yeah. So this is pretty much a test. Because I want to make sure that the sound is coming out all right and everything is working well. Next, it's going to be an unknown classic anime. You know what I mean? It's because this one is probably going to be just one episode and then of Naruto. I'm not going to watch the whole Naruto. We're not going to watch the whole Naruto. Don't worry. So it's going to be first Naruto, like episode 1. After we finish that, then the one I'm going to put is going to be either Big O, because I'm pretty sure you guys have not seen Big O. That's an OG mech anime that is so cool. There is Outlaw Star, Gundam Wing, there is Patlabor, there is Samurai Deeper Kyo. Those are the old school that I grew up with, the old school. So I want to get you guys on it. Because everybody's like, oh, My Hero Academia, oh, Bleach, oh, Naruto. It's good. But you gotta go back and see what made anime. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Ranma. I'm talking about Ranma. I'm talking about I'm talking about Shinchan. I'm talking about Street Fighter 2V. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and most of the shows you just said are not on Crunchyroll. So sorry.
Yeah, I tried watching on Crunchyroll, but it wouldn't work. Yeah, actually, wait. Why does it say now showing Fortnite? Don't worry about that. Next time, I'll fix it for next time. Like I said, this is the first stream, so I'm, there's gonna be a few, few things that needs to be tweaked for the next one. But bear with me. But yeah, like I said, it's just going to be one episode of Naruto, and then we're gonna move on to Big O. So, ooh, this is gonna be exciting. Maestro, are you ready?
Big O,
Naruto.
that
Oh,
sounds familiar. I'm not gonna lie.
Big O. Now, you never watched it because I watched it in Tsunami. I watched it in Tsunami. The anime was amazing. It was a little bit slow paced, but when the action happens, bro, the action happens, bro. Mech anime, I don't know. It always had a soft, it always had a place in my heart because mech anime
Sorry,
back in those days, well,
sorry, Tony. You might want to get off this website right now.
why?
Believe me, come on, pop-ups are bound to happen, especially on this type of anime website. Use
No,
Crunchyroll, I
no,
think.
don't worry. I have a pop-up blocker. I tried to use Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is not showing anime. Look, I can go to Crunchyroll right now. I'm playing To Be Hero.
No,
Look. Wait. I'm playing To Be Hero 6. I'm sorry. To Be Hero X, right? You can hear it, but you can't see it. I can see it right now. I can even make it full screen. Right now it's full screen. But you guys can't hear it. Oh, can't see it. But you can hear it, right? Can you hear it?
hold on.
Oh, what's good, Jacob? Sorry, man. I didn't even check your message. Sorry, man. How are you doing? I reduced the volume so we don't get copyright strike. But you should be able to hear it.
Well, I can see the subtitles.
You can see the subtitles, but the animes you can't see, right?
Yeah, because you made it not seeable, did you not?
No, I didn't, bro. I'm showing my whole desktop. Look. Can you not see my whole desktop? I can
All I
even go
see is
back.
black.
I can even see, go all the way back to here. See Naruto. You can see my whole desktop. The issue isn't that. The issue is that Crunchyroll has somehow made it so that any video that's playing, any capture, any software that captures it will not be able to capture what's happening. And which is smart because they know people might abuse it. You know what I mean? But with Naruto, I could press Naruto right now, make a full screen, and boom, you guys will be able to see it. Right?
Yeah, I see.
You see what I mean? So it's not like I want to use, it's not like I want to use, these kind of websites, because I want to, you pay for Crunchyroll, and Naruto's on Crunchyroll. So either way, you still pay for it. Even if you watch it on dodgy website, you still pay for it. So it kind of works out. You know what I mean? Kind of works out. Okay, so before I start, like I said, Mahan, we're just gonna watch episode 1 just to get the feel of it, and then we're gonna move on to Big O. Actually, let me quickly check. Is Big O in this website? I want to make sure.
All
Because
the animes are
all
in this
the
website.
yeah, all the animes should be there. The Big O, yes, it's there, bro. You see, it came out in October 13th, 1999 on TV. That's when it first aired. This anime, bro, this is the ones I grew up. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps just looking at. I'm getting goosebumps. No, Jacob, we can't watch Dan. Dan is too old. It's too old. Wow, Dan is too new. The the idea of the watch along is to watch old school anime, so guys, you can actually see the animes that I grew up with. That you got, because believe it or not, there are many animes that you guys missed out on. Many animes.
That
You
may be
know,
true. That may be true, but thumbnail says otherwise though.
I will
You didn't
fix
really
that.
explain that.
I know. I will again, like I said. Uh, uh, like I said, I will fix it. This is like the first episode. This is the first part. So give me a break. You know, everything in the beginning is not always the super super proper. You know, for
But
lack
but at the
for
same
lack of a better
at
term.
the same time, you can see where he's going with. Like watching new animes that just comes out. You know.
No, no, no. You don't understand, Maestro. The idea is to watch old school anime, not new anime, old school anime that you guys might have missed out on, and you might discover gems that you like, and then you end up watching on your own. That's my idea, and it's not like we're gonna watch every episode from one all the way to the end. We're probably going to watch a couple, and then you guys let me know if you want to continue on the next stream, and then we continue with episode 2. So we're gonna make this proper. I promise you, we're gonna make it proper. Now, before we continue with Naruto, who wants to watch? Huh? Oh, Licious.
Hi. I was gonna say, first of all, that wouldn't make sense to watch something new, especially on YouTube.
Yeah,
When you're live, that's too much of a risk.
it is.
Let's say you didn't post this live and you posted it normally. Do you have an idea how heavily you'd have to edit that? Because they'd be on your case.
Exactly.
Yeah, something like this is way better when it's recorded, not live.
No, 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 no. Live is actually better because one, look, I've put you see that the Media Creative Studio logo in the middle? That is to at least get, like you see when how those reaction videos have started to do. They either make the video smaller or they put some obscure thing in the middle so that the algorithm doesn't.
This is what they ever do. They put like a template where it's covered, but you can still see the screen. Or usually some what channels do if they're speaking, they'll show them still speaking, and they won't show the screen. They'll only show the screen at certain points, which I kind of like. I hate the template thing. This
Yeah.
one's fine.
This
For
one-
others, it's so obscure you can't see anything.
Exactly. So you
Just
can't
wasting
really
your time at this point.
and you can't really enjoy it unless you actually
Yeah.
have another screen and you're watching at the same time with
Yeah,
them.
or unless you like turn up your brightness, or you got to look at an angle, or just yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah. So this one we're gonna test it out. If after we finish streaming and I get copyright strike, I'll probably do a little bit of tweaking just to make it a bit better. But okay, before we continue, Sabo Dub. Guys in the chat, Maestro, Licious, Sabo Dub.
So
Maestro,
So
sub.
when I watched Naruto on Crunchyroll, there was no sub, and I'm not gonna lie. I actually like that more than the dub.
have you watched the dub though? You're about you like it more than the dub, but have you watched the dub?
Huh?
Have you watched the dub though?
Yes, I have. I think I haven't. Insult.
Can you
Okay.
just slap on the dub, please? Just for one episode, please. And if the people in the comments see, Jacob says he doesn't know, and Marlon said he doesn't care. So for now, let's just slap on dub, please.
Dub. Alright, sorry, Maestro, you lost this one because I go for dub too.
Thank you.
I mean, come on. So there's just
When you rewatch Naruto,
there's
you know,
something about believe it rather than datebayo. Believe
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
whatever.
I'll put on sub. And I'm gonna raise the volume just a tad bit higher.
We really need to rewatch the show, you know.
What? So you guys remember?
I knew this was gonna
And
happen.
you guys willing to slap on down to down. That would have
And
been
you-
even worse.
That would have been even worse. I knew that was gonna happen.
That's why I said earlier, you should have covered it more.
But
Covered it more.
I did cover it though, Maestro, didn't I?
You really think this little cover was gonna do it? Even I can tell that's pretty much seeable, even in full screen.
Damn. Your stream has been temporarily blocked because we detected video belonging to someone else. Check more info. Okay. We're increasing minimum age requirement of 16. This is minimum. No, no, that's not for your channel's live stream ability may be temporarily or permanently turned off for various reasons. If your account has been restricted for live streaming, you're prohibited from using another channel to live stream on YouTube. This restriction age group. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's
Least you could have done
annoying.
is both shot on the screen.
Yeah, maybe. I hope this doesn't affect it. I hope we don't get copyright thingy because of that.
Oh, delete the stream before that ever happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream. Oh, what a shame. I think we might have to start doing that on thingy. But how did they detect it though?
Because they don't play. What can I say?
Yeah,
They don't play it.
Yeah, they don't play around whenever it comes to copyright stuff.
Yeah.
This one's no exception.
Damn. So can you guys hear it, or is it really like it? Oh wait, it's back.
What do you mean?
Can you check for me? I'm so confused. Is the stream back?
So you put it on something and then the video's like in the corner.
So I don't understand what you're trying to say. I'm saying that thing that says the one that said that they detected a video violation, whatever. Is it gone? What can you see right now?
But it's not full screen. Like where you're watching it from is it says it has the YouTube logo, then right next to it says studio, and it's not full screen. And then it's showing analytics and stuff.
Oh, so I'm
And
on
then
the
there's a chat on the
analytics.
side.
Oh, okay. So I'm okay. So the stream is still going then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the stream is still going, but it was the stream is no. Oh, there it is. See, your stream is no longer blocked due to copyright. Okay, so all right, let's do that right now. Yeah, since the stream is no longer blocked. So you said to make it more visible, yeah, to make it more big and more like harder to see the background, right, Maestro?
Yes.
Okay.
Literally very, very hard.
Very high. Okay, cool. Let me work some magic. Okay, so where is it?
Do you use Adobe Acrobat?
No. I use something called Canvas. It's absolutely amazing. Honestly, the best. If you want to create thumbnail, this is your one. This is how I created. You see, this is how I created this one, the overlay. I had that.
Yeah, I'm aware of Canva. I used to have it.
It's really great. It's absolutely amazing.
No, because there's a password for Adobe Acrobat on my phone, so I thought you used it or something.
No. So make it as big as possible and as visible as possible, right? See, put it like that, and then with the visibility transparency at least somewhere to, let's say, 90. Okay, let's save it, download. Yeah, current page. Oh no, definitely not video. PNG, transparent background. So, which means that they didn't detect the sound. What they detected was actually maybe just the video itself. Yeah, the screen itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is it? Documents. It'll be under stream, main, and then anime. Place. Okay, I think it should be replacing now. Yeah. Let me know if it shows up. Yeah, looks a little bit big now. Okay, let's test it again. not to be hero. Where is that?
まだよしもう目開けていいぞ
Should I leave it small or make it big full screen?
卒業
It's up to you. It's up to you.
I think maybe I should make it small.
ラーメンおごってやるぞ
Okay, let's leave it as it is for now. You know, was Iruko allowed to do that though? To pass Naruto like that without actually, a formal,
忍びにとって本当に
bless you, without a formal test, like in front of other people.
それはラ
I mean, who knows? He is a teacher at that academy, so he must have pulled some strings after that to maybe have it done formally off screen. You just don't know it, you know? Who knows?
Man, I'm gonna miss my girl.
Okay, so that was the first
No, 'cause
episode.
I saw the trailer for final season, so I was like,
Yeah, it's about time it ended. It's about time it ended.
but Weekly Shonen Jump is in trouble. That's all I have to say.
Weekly Shonen Jump is in big trouble. It is
Yes, they
in big trouble.
I'm talking about in the manga part.
Yeah,
Anime,
100%. 100%.
yeah, they're in big trouble.
They used to be the big lead, but right now they're not even close, bro. They're not even close.
You know what? That's kind of what they get for like axing the new mangas and whatnot. That's their fault.
They've been axing mangas left and right, even mangas that could have had potential to really.
Potential will go on. No.
It's because of how it's based, like popularity based, That's not good. That is not good. To base like everybody, to base a manga on popularity, because one, it puts so much pressure on the mangaka. They won't be able to dish out a really well thought out story, and two, they're gonna have to rush because of deadlines and whatnot. Again, the quality is going to decrease. Did you know that Tite Kubo, the creator of Bleach, did you know that Bleach was not really supposed to end? Did you know that? Do you know the story? Bleach was
Yeah,
not.
100%.
Licious, did you know?
No.
Bleach was not supposed to end. They forced him to end it because Bleach's popularity had decreased after Soul Society.
So it's like the big three. They did not start out as the big three
Exactly.
because I'm assuming that Shonen Jump originally was not a popularity contest, but now it is. They've made it one. That's why a lot of new stuff you don't really know about it because it's not.
It's so damn annoying. The states of manga publishing publishers right now is in shambles. That's why the Korean ones are popping up. That's why the Koreans one are actually starting to catch up. All right, so
Yeah.
in terms of books, yeah, anime they still kind of got a long way, but in terms of books, they're doing good, man. They're doing real good. Props to them.
Yeah. The only mangas that that keeping Shonen Jump alive right now is One Piece is for one. Sakamoto Days, but that manga's
It's gonna end. I know
Yeah.
even by looking at it, you could tell that that manga is the type of manga that's not going to last long. It doesn't have that kind of storyline that's like long term. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. Kagurabachi, which I haven't read yet. I heard good things about it, but I think that's what keeping Shonen Jump afloat. Ichi the Witch, that's keeping Shonen Jump afloat as well. What else? Shinobi something. I forgot what it's called. Shinobi something. Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's keeping afloat. Blue Box. Which one? That's it. It's not big anymore. It's literally not.
Whoa, Shonen Jump. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Shonen Jump isn't big anymore.
Yeah.
So
You know what?
let's
That's the only magazine that's the only magazine that just cancels mangas. I don't hear any other manga magazines canceling mangas at all.
Maestro, you know what? The animation studio needs to pick up Hajime no Ippo. They need to pick up Hajime no Ippo. It's already on what? How many chapters now? 1,000, right?
Yeah, but Hajime no Ippo is not shown in Jump.
I know how it's not Shonen Jump, but that's what I'm saying. Anime studios, they're too focused on Shonen Jump animes. They need to start looking elsewhere. Well, they have, but they need to expand the horizon. You know what I mean?
Tell that to Mappa.
分かったよパラダイムシティのネゴシエーター
I mean, it was technically them that animated it. Was it them?
Damn, I love the art style. It's so nostalgic. Look at that. What?
What the hell is this?
This is called Big O. It's a story about they're in the future, not too much in the future. There is a missing memory, kind of like One Piece. There is a gap in history that nobody remembers. They just remember that now. They just know that sometimes the big creatures and big monsters come out of nowhere to attack people, and it falls. And then there is a robot that comes out of nowhere as well to protect people. And the person that controls that robot is this guy on with the suit.
もう目隠しは取っていい
I don't remember every details about it, but that's what I remember.
You wanna know the studio that animated Hajime no Ippo? It was Madhouse.
Madhouse.
Yeah,
Which one?
That's-
The first, second, because there was 3 seasons. Which one do you mean?
all of them.
Really?
あの父親のもと
I really wish Hajime no Ippo could continue. I really did.
ご覧の通り取引は成立
I don't know if Madhouse can pull that off, considering how many, you know.
By
Yeah,
the way, you seem to be in good spirits. How did work go?
horrible.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
I'm putting,
You're only in good spirits when you come back home and do something.
yeah, when I come back and do something fun, that's when I'm in good spirits.
But I wanted to ask you a question. About the people that call in sick.
Yeah.
So usually, when they do call in sick, how many days until they go back to work? Or do you not pay attention?
How many days until they go back to work?
Yeah.
Sometimes they can go back the next day. If
Yeah.
You see, you need to start catching people off because the 80% of the time they're not ill, especially if it's last minute as well. They're not ill because trust me, this is coming from someone that's gone to work not feeling well, not calling sick, then come the next day and then be fresh again. That's not how that works. So some people have to be lying. Some people have to be lying.
双方にそれが欠如していた
yeah, something has to be done.
プロと
Yeah, because I've been thinking about this all day. I said the amount of people that call in sick, but how many days until they go back to work? Because if some of them are just going back to work the next day, they were not sick. They were never sick.
You're,
know what I mean?
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And it's such a shame because it's so okay. I'm not saying maybe some sickness are really sickness, but some are just they're being bloody selfish. I sent a message on the sick channel, of our work. Let me tell you what I said. Let me tell you what I said. Where is it? Where is my Slack? Where's my Slack? Okay, so I sent a message. This is the message I sent. Yeah. Hey, due to overwork brought by increasing labor stress as a result of continuous sick leave by members, doubling the workload for the rest of us, I have come down ill with a respiratory issue caused by anxiety. I will be attending my shift as scheduled. This message is only to make aware of this issue must be sorted out ASAP with a capital ASAP. Have a good day. That's what I wrote.
金性のもの
I was mad. I was mad, mad, mad. And I heard today, because I told you like two people called in sick today, but that was on a different store. Yeah, mine one also somebody called in sick, but that's beside the point. Yeah, they were mad busy. They were struggling. Somebody that a staff that was off was actually walking past there, the main store, my main store, and said that it was bad. It was horrible.
Oh wow.
So action needs to be taken.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'll tell you, I've been thinking about this all day. I'm thinking, because I don't even work there, and I'm thinking to myself, this doesn't sound right. Half of the people that keep calling sick, they are not sick. It's frustrating because you don't have a way to prove it. You can't just accuse people of just you weren't sick, but it's like you just know it. You know what I mean? Like you just know that they're taking the mic.
It's very
Last minute
suspicious.
as well, you know.
Friday, same thing. Saturday, same thing. Very last minute on the weekend. I'm sorry. Stuffing
On
dodgy.
the weekend, like something, there's something I feel right. Like, are you actually sick, or do you just want to go on a night out?
But that's just so selfish though. Think about your colleagues.
Yeah, and if that's the case, change your availability then. Say you're not available on Saturdays, like what?
And they will be the first people to complain that they're not getting enough hours or they're losing hours. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
They'll be the first people to complain.
Where you work, are you allowed to do that? Like, let's say you can't, you don't think you'd be able to work Saturdays, you change your availability to not be able to work Saturdays.
No, you can swap it. You can swap it with another colleague, like swap shift. Like they can take your shift and you take their shift from whichever day.
No, but I mean like changing your availability permanently so you just don't work Saturdays. Can you do that? That's what I'm saying.
If you speak to the manager, you can. There is a possibility. But last minute doesn't work that way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Though. I'm on about long term because if you know that you're the type of person to want to do stuff on Saturdays, make it so you don't have to work on Saturdays. I'm not understanding. You're just making the problem for everyone else.
But that's not always accommodating. We are a big team, and there are some people that don't want to work Saturdays. You can't, find a solution for everybody. Some people are gonna have to miss out.
Yeah.
探偵か何かだと勘違いしているのか？いや、アンドロイドのボディーガードなど特定の仕事です。
That is unfortunate for you. It really is. Feel very bad for you, honestly.
あまり他人のいるものに勝手に触らない方がいい。
Where are people calling sick? Very rarely, and when they do, you know that there's something wrong.
Do you know how sad this is that I actually expect somebody to call in sick tomorrow? That's how sad it is.
Wow.
I expect somebody to call in sick. I'm just waiting to see a message. And if they're probably not gonna send in the group chat because they've now been exposed. But I'm actually expecting somebody to call in sick tomorrow. That is so bad.
Yeah, that really is bad. That is really bad.
So Masho, what have you noticed about this anime?
すまない。昔のことよくあるんだ。ともあれ。パラダイムシティ一番のネゴシエーターに一つだけ言いたいです。あんたが暇をした仕事だ。仕込んでる。
It looks, from what I can see, it's definitely 90s anime, that's for sure. Looks really good.
You know, one thing I loved about the 90s anime was the color pattern. The color patterns, it was so nice. It just felt easy on the eyes because it wasn't too bright and it wasn't too dark either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, it also looks familiar as well, the color palette as well. Like
Dragon Ball Z.
no, Full Metal Alchemist.
You
Yeah.
You want
are?
about the first one?
You mean
No,
the original one?
no, Brotherhood.
No,
No.
Color palette looks
no, no,
similar.
no. Full Metal
No,
Alchemist.
I'm
First one, yeah,
serious.
maybe. Brotherhood,
I'm
no, I
serious.
don't do
No,
that
the
one.
reason why I said
No,
that
no.
my story is because anime is made after, I would say, after the 2010, it became more colorful because the technology they used to make anime it was a lot more advanced. And
Not with Brotherhood. Because I can tell with the
let me
color
finish.
palette is
Let me finish.
it's
Let me
because
finish.
no, let me finish, please. It's because with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, they made it like when they made it look like what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's from Victorian or Metropolitan time.
Not the color pattern. Okay, I think you mean the aesthetic. If you
Yeah,
mean
the
the
aesthetic.
aesthetic, yes, but not the color pattern. Because let me search it up right now. So, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and as you will be able to see on the pictures, you see that it's very modern in terms of its coloring. Let me just find. Is there any picture from the show? Okay, this is a picture from the show. Look how clean and slick that is. Wait, no, it's not loading up properly. Yeah, this is perfect. Look how clean and slick that is.
See what I
Proper,
mean?
proper clean, proper slick. Now compare it with Big O. Look at his. You can. It's almost as if you can see some like dots. Not really dots, but yeah. Look at it. You see that?
Yeah,
Stark, stark
and with
different.
Brotherhood, I think when you think of aesthetic, you think of the fact that this was set in the Brotherhood was set in the 20th century,
Yeah.
more specifically Germany. It gives off that vibe,
That
especially
vibe.
with the fact that King Bradley is called the
The
Führer,
Führer.
which Hitler was referred to as the Führer.
Yeah, but I'm saying the color palette still because when I look at Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, like if you compare it to other colorful animes, they're way more colorful than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. We're talking buildings, character clothes. Yeah, see that right there, and that's how I can tell the color palette is a little darker tone than any other Brian animes.
Exactly. Which means what? Okay, what I'm saying is, Full Metal Alchemist may have a similar color palette in terms because it has to go with the aesthetic of the time, right? But
Yes.
it still has a very fresh, brand new, colorful
Yeah,
anime part,
it was.
anime color scheme because it's a new anime that we're not using the same technology as the previous one. Because this one you can see the pixels, and most of this anime they were colored by paint. Some of them literally they were colored by paint
Hand drawn as well.
and hand drawn as well. Well, nowadays they probably just hand drawn, stick it on the computer, and then just use Adobe Photoshop to do all kinds of bull crap. I mean, good bull crap, but bull crap.
Brotherhood, you can tell that that is not hand drawn at
Yeah.
all.
Yes.
Which is why it gives a more often modern look, regardless of colour palette. It still looks very fresh and modern. Whereas
Exactly.
Sailor Moon, you can tell Sailor Moon. You can tell that was hand drawn. The way people move, the way they make people move in 90s anime, you could just tell it was a different. They did it a different way.
Yeah, and I like it, and I liked it that way.
Really?
Yeah,
You like classic anime?
I really like how I really love the 90s animation compared to like 2000s. Not to say 2000s are bad, animations are bad. They're great, but when you look at 90s animation, it's a different story.
It really is a different story. I think things started changing, like, I think
Probably
I
early
want to say
2000.
no. I would say like
2000,
19, yeah, early 2000, 1999. I think it's all kicked off with One Piece, right?
Oh, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. It kicked up with One Piece, and then it
Yeah.
moved on to Naruto. Yeah, that's when the anime started. They started changing this the 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 creation process of the anime.
I think of all the technology we have now, we would have never got the iconic fights that we've had over the past like how many years now with the modern technology we have.
Exactly.
We never would have got Roy versus Lost, Roy versus Envy. We never would have got Levi versus Zeke Part One and Two. We never so many things we never would have got.
And there are certain things called anime. No, not trivia, like anime references from other animes. Like I'm sure you've seen animes where they do like a Dragon Ball Z Kamehameha sign. You know,
But they do the what?
the Goku's Kamehameha, like Street Fighter does it, like the guy Ryu from
And
Street Fighter. Who else? Sonic goes Super Sonic, which is Super Saiyan reference. All of those they've taken inspiration from other anime. Like for example, Shaman King. You know when they have the spirits on their back, very similar to Stans. You know what I mean? So
My Hero actually did a reference to One Piece as well at some point. I'm pretty sure.
really,
I can't remember the guy's name. His quirk, he does something weird with his belly. But he did a Boa Hancock pose.
the looking down, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. We got anime has. I love the way the anime pay tribute to other anime.
Cartoons do it too.
I've never seen any cartoon pay homage to anime.
Have you seen it? Have you ever heard of a show called The Amazing World of Go?
Yeah, I have.
They've done a lot of references to anime. They've done the main character going Super Saiyan.
Really?
They have a new version of the show called The Weird World of Gumball. And in one of the scenes, the mother does the Akira slide. Like, it's crazy.
Listen,
Every
you know about the Akira slide?
Yeah. I'm telling you, cartoons, they pay homage to anime too, trust me.
I'm
a lot
not-
of references.
That's
I
not
don't
the
think
point.
that,
I'm
bro.
just so surprised you know about the Akira slide. I didn't know you were.
Because of the internet, yeah. I've not actually watched the movie.
Oh, you've never. Okay, my bad. I thought you watched the movie. Then you would have surprised me if you did. If I heard you did.
By the way, I found a list. I found a list of animes that are hand drawn. I'm gonna read them out to you.
Yeah.
Perfect Blue. Recognize that name?
Amazing anime movie. Absolutely, 100% amazing.
Okay. As he said, Akira.
Akira. You know how many? It took them a long time to finish Akira. It has so many hand-drawn scenes, and the fluid of the animation just looks. It almost looks real-like because they move almost as if it's in real time.
Yeah.
Apparently, they were trying to go for the Disney-esque type of animation style, where there's a
Next
lot
up.
of keyframes. Yeah, go on.
Next up, Land of the Lustrous. Oh, I've seen that one.
Never heard of it.
Ooh. Oh, this one looks and sounds familiar. Megalobox.
Megaloblocks.
Megalobox, yeah.
I still haven't seen that, but I heard it's really good.
Okay. You won't believe me when I say this, but your name was hand drawn as well.
No, come on. Wasn't it obvious already?
No, again, it was obvious. Yeah.
I want to rewatch that movie. It's the only movie, anime movie I watched with Naomi, and she watched it all the way to the end. She was so damn interested.
Let's see. Ninja Scroll.
Oh, another good movie. I used to have that on DVD with my DVD collection before it got stolen. Remember when your Nintendo Nintendo Wii got stolen. All my DVD collection got stolen as well.
Well, listen, these are just some of the references that they've done. They've done a lot more, like Attack on Titan and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Said you want to.
Next up, Red Line. We did talk about that.
Oh, they literally still have yet to see Redland.
Wait, so you have seen it, Tony?
Of course, come on, Maestro man. What do you take me for?
I asked if you've seen Red Line, and then you said no.
When did I say that? I've seen Redline. You remember I used to play that song all the time. Right before the sunlight, one thing is in my mind, need to step to. That is from Redline. I watched that movie multiple times. That movie is mad crazy, bro. Mad crazy.
No, I was talking to you about Red Line because there's gonna be a Sonic Racing Crosswords animation, before it's released, and I swear when I saw the sneak peek animation, there was a Red Line reference.
Really?
That really, yeah. How when you see Sonic and Shadow angle while they're driving, and then it kind of like stretches out.
Oh yeah, that's reference to Redline, yeah.
Yeah, that's a reference to Red Line, yeah. That's what people in the comments were saying. It's like saying, "What is this a Red Line reference?" It's like, okay, yeah.
That is crazy. Dragon Ball Z, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Death Note. Damn, that's a lot of reference.
Yeah, now Red Line. And next up is Vampire Hunter, The Bloodlust. Interesting.
Never really watched it. Never really got into it.
Okay. Next, K. That's it. It's just called K.
Again, don't think I've seen it.
Death Note.
Come on.
That's hand drawn? I couldn't even tell.
Death Note, yeah, 100%.
Okay. Lagrange, the flower, Renne.
I can also tell you that Gurren Lagann was definitely hand drawn.
That's not it. That's not what I said.
But no,
I'm saying-
I'm saying Gurren Lagann definitely looks like it had been hand drawn.
So was Kill and Kill. Same studio,
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Studio Trigger. That also did Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Studio Trigger.
And season 2 is coming out soon.
David is dead. You will never see him again. So
Yeah.
it's just a side character. Yeah, people were asking, is David coming back? Like, no, David is dead.
I'm glad they said that because people were like, bro, he died. Why are you even asking?
Yeah. Like when people see like a season 2, they expect, okay, the main character is gonna make it to return. Like, no, they made it clear in the trailer, David is dead.
They had to make it clear because people were all it was never about David. It's about the city. It was always about Night City. It was never David was just part of the Night City. It was never his story. Now, if his girlfriend can come back on season 2, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, David's dead. He had his head blown off.
Yep.
Man, that song makes me emotional until this day. That song makes me emotional. Get away, na 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 na. Delicious.
Next
You gotta watch that anime. You got to watch that anime.
On Netflix. Can't miss it.
Go on.
Next up is Shiro Battle. Not really sure. Next is Body Complex. Interesting name for a hand-drawn animation. And the next one is obvious. Neon Genesis is
Evangelion. Oh. That's one of the staple mech battle anime. Staple.
Yeah. Yeah. Also one of the reference every animation made. I already told you that Sonic Frontiers actually made references, so many references to Evangelion.
Yeah, obviously.
I did not know.
Obviously. But that's because he didn't know Evangelion like that.
Yeah, I really didn't. Yeah. No. Oh, the next one is actually a show I actually watched like a few episodes in. Planned. Heard of it?
Mm-mm. No, no.
Interesting. Okay. The next up is Regalia, the Three Sacred Stars. Doesn't sound naive. Next up is Captain Earth.
Okay, how long are you planning on reading this list?
It's not long, trust me.
Hmm.
Next up, Angaku Ao Sound.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of it either. Scried.
Ooh, Scribe.
That
Yeah.
looks like a 90s anime, not gonna lie.
No, no, I
Yeah.
watched it. I watched Scribe.
Okay. Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise. That doesn't sound nice. Let's skip that one. Innocent Venus. That doesn't look nice either. Canvas to Niji Iro no Sketch. Wow. But there were shows like Princess Mononoke and Grave of the Fireflies. Wow. That's some interesting names.
Miyazaki will always would always show his picture hand drawn. He would never use animation. Miyazaki is very old school like that. And have you noticed that Miyazaki's art is always surrounded by grass, sceneries? It's always like a lush green vistas. Have you noticed that? Hello?
Hmm? Miyazaki.
You do know who Miyazaki is, right?
Miyazaki. Whoever heard that name before?
Studio Ghibli, the creator of Old Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, and all
I
that.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said in all of his movies, have you noticed that it's always like grass, green vistas, like big scenery? It's never really building. It's always takes place in like forest or in open. Have you noticed that? That's what I'm trying to say. Have you noticed?
Yeah, I have noticed that. And you know what? I have to take out a picture. I have to take a picture from Urbeck as well, because drawing buildings ain't really my thing. I prefer landscape fields.
That's weird because I'm much more, what's the word for it? Drawing building is actually my strong suit. Drawing building is actually my strong suit. Let's quickly look at something. Uh, uh, Miyazaki. Let's see here. Okay, this one is only 8 minutes, so let's watch this one. So it is what was it called? Oh, Hayao Miyazaki and the Art of Silence: How to Direct a Powerful Scene When Nothing Happened. No, that's not really what I wanted to see. I wanted to see like a wait, what? Why is this called Netflix? Prayer Comes to Life, Hayao Miyazaki and the Hera. Oh yeah, do you know that his latest movie is called The Heron? But apparently I think that was his last movie. Oh, okay, this is perfect because it literally shows you how he creates it. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna
書いたものを見てそれを直すは直す
okay. Let's it's only 17 seconds, right? Wait, why is it only 17 seconds? Oh, of course it's a clip. Oh my god, why is it so damn slow? Look at that.
絵コンテを書くだけでは映画監督ではないと
So what they do is they draw and then they take a paper, put it on top, and then they draw again another scene, and then they take another paper, they put it on top, and they draw another scene.
書いたものを見てそれを
You see? It shows the movement. Do you see? Did you see what I saw?
Hello, welcome back to part 6 of
That's a picture.
So this is what they do, yeah? They have tracing papers. They draw the main picture, which is which they call keyframes. Yeah, this is when I still did animation, when I was still trying to learn how to be a animator. They have the main scene, which is keyframe. So I have some. I'm looking straight. That's the first drawn picture. Okay. And then I turn to the left. Yeah. Okay, I draw a person looking straight, and then I draw a person looking left. Those are my keyframe. Now I need to mix those two together so it looks fluid, like he's turning. So I have to go picture by picture. So I need to take a tracing paper, put it on the first picture, draw him slightly moving, and then take another tracing paper, draw him again slightly moving, and then you do it again and again, all the way up till you reach the other keyframe. Those in between frames are the ones that are going to make it look as if it's realistically moving. So you have your keyframe, then you have your in between frame. Do you understand?
I see.
That's how animation is made. I don't know if it's made the same in America, but this is how I learned how to make it in Japanese. Not in Japan. I actually need to get back to making animation. With my art style, I think I'll make a really dope animation. Okay. Anyway, this wasn't going to be a long stream, so well, we only been on for like what? How long have I been streaming? 1 hour or so. Not too bad. Not a bad stream. So I'm gonna make a list. So the next animes we're gonna watch are going to be like old school, old school. Big O we've already seen, but it looks like you guys were not even paying attention. You were not interested. So that's fine. So the next animes that we're gonna see, hopefully, is going to be interesting. I'm gonna make a list. All right. Hello, guys.
Yeah.
Nah, you guys, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right. Any thoughts before we go?
No.
No. What about you, Mushroom?
Well, the way I feel with animations nowadays, I like to say at the same time it's evolved, at the same time it has not.
What do you mean?
I guess that depends on studios really.
It has not in what manner?
I guess when I say it's evolved, it has not evolved. I'm talking about like because there are times when I watch an anime that has good animation, and then there's an anime by the same studio that has a below average animation.
It's the budget, right?
Budget, time constraints, and whatnot. And I'm thinking like, shouldn't animators just focus on one or maybe two animators at a time? But maybe it's just impossible at this day and age anymore.
I think it's impossible because there's so much high expectations. People want animes as fast as possible, and you know, let's face it, the bosses, they want their money. So they put pressure on and they put unrealistic deadlines, and that's when we get animated. In fact, this is actually a good talking point. Let me look for a documentary, a quick documentary about the working condition of mangakas, the working condition of animators in Japan.
They sleep in the office
Yeah,
most of the time.
I bet Baby Lisha doesn't know about this. Working. Oh man, this keyboard. Wait, 1 second. Working conditions. Sometimes the keyboard doesn't work. Oh man, I'm so tempted to get a Steam Deck working condition of manga. No, maybe mangaka isn't. Is it this one? Yeah, the dark truth about being a manga artist. No, that's completely different. This is the anime, the sad truth about being a Japanese animator. Okay, this is perfect. I'm gonna turn up the volume a little bit so you can hear. This is very important, Licious.
People were forced into the comfort of their homes by the pandemic.
One
You're gonna
second.
have to.
Welcomed in open
Yeah, what did you say?
You're gonna have to be quiet if you want me to leave them because it's gonna be confusing hearing two of you at once.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna be quiet. Just make sure to, um, if you want to say something, let me know so I can pause. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. Make it full screen and then let's listen.
In the past year, as people were forced into the comfort of their homes by the pandemic, they were welcomed in open arms by one of the most addictive pastimes of any home movie, television. Comcast reported that the average household was watching over 8 hours more every week in the midst of COVID-19's first worldwide spike, and the information gathering company Nielsen found an average increase of 61% in streaming video from your TV. And as a result, expectedly, this also drove the popularity of anime to new heights, and let it soar as one of the most popular forms of entertainment over the past year. Earlier in 2021, Attack on Titan was the most in-demand show, not just anime, but actual show airing in the entire United States. An unprecedented feat for anime thus far. But while anime as an industry soars, the workers and animators who keep said industry running behind the scenes are arguably worse off than ever before, as the gap between company profits and worker wages continues to widen. Today I'll be discussing the harsh reality of being a Japanese animator, and what it means to pursue your artistic passion in the midst of anime's most popular time across the world. In my last video, I detailed the sad truth of being a mangaka, a manga author, and though the topics are similar, I believe it would be a disservice to compare being a mangaka and an animator directly, let alone put them in the same video. Manga and anime, though connected, are two very different industries, as is the work that goes into each. Nor is either completely that bad, if it may seem that way. Being an animator means that you can work directly on something you love. Frame by frame, you can put your all into a product for the whole world to see and contribute to animation that inspired you growing up. But as with any job, but even more so with being an animator, it's necessary to weigh the cons of it all, as one of the most cutthroat industries in the world. Despite the anime industry bringing in over $21 billion in 2019, according to the Association of Japanese Animation's poll of animators, for their on-average workday of about 12 hours, a number that already shouldn't be scoffed at, 50% felt like their wages were insufficient compared.
What do you think about this, Licious? According to the Association of Japanese Animation in the industry report, anime brings in more than 21 billion in 2019, and the study questionnaire conducted for animators in Japan, the average animator working is about 12 hours. 50% of them feel like their wages are insignificant for the work they do, and 90 think that their pay is insufficient at all. And it brings in that much money, and they're
I'm
not.
gonna be honest, I already know about this, about how underpaid and overworked they are. But I'm not, it doesn't surprise me. Because that's everywhere. That's everywhere.
No, it's worse in
Most
Japan. It's worse in Japan.
They're making billions in revenue whilst most people are on minimum wage working for these billion-dollar companies. It doesn't surprise me. Because it's very hard to say, but that's life for most people. That's just life.
The reason why I say it's worse in Japan is because the fact that Japanese is a very reserved country. You know what I mean? They don't lash out. They don't really protest. You know, they are a working I would say a working culture. You know what I mean? Very docile.
But their work culture is toxic as well. If you didn't know that.
There is also that too. So hence why this has been going on for a long time, because they teach that you have to respect your elders, you have to respect your bosses. You know, they are literally your god. You know, you have to respect them. Whatever they say goes. So of course, people in power are going to abuse that. You know what I mean? And it makes things worse because Japanese don't accept tip. Because if they did, I'm sure we can do some GoFundMe, we can do some. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I told me your audio.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I know. I spoke a lot of bull. I spoke a lot of stuff, but the audio is failing me. Let's continue, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
To the work that they put in. In a New York Times article interviewing Tetsuya Akutsu, who's worked as a head
Because I'm listening to the audio of the video from
the Franks,
your
Made in Abyss,
you,
he claimed
not
to earn
what,
about
not my. I haven't got my volume.
$3,800 a month, or
Oh, okay. And it's bad from the video, yeah, from the stream.
No, I haven't turned up my volume. I was good, but then I was hearing the video, but from you, what you're playing, like I could hear you playing the video in the background, kind of thing. So I didn't turn up my volume. But at certain points when I'm watching the video, I can't hear anything because the audio will cut off as well. So I'm trying to rely on subtitles.
Okay, no worries.
about 17,000 to 46,000 a year as a top animator. Because of how much time he has to devote daily to the job and the financial instability, he acknowledges that it's impossible to get married and to raise a child as an animator in Japan. It's almost as if you can't even have your own life. And even though a range of 17,000 to 46,000 is nothing to be scoffed at, compared to his American counterparts in animation, this pales in comparison to their average of 65,000 a year or more. And even Akutsu, as overworked and underpaid as he is frankly, one of the lucky ones. He is what this New York Times article noted as a Ganga man, the more renowned, generally freelance animators who get hired to work on key episodes or scenes. And this is contrasted by the Doga man, more common entry-level animators who work frame by frame to connect those key illustrations together, to make, well, animation. For them, that $45,000 would already seem like a low number for the amount of work he puts in. That number is only a dream to them. 27% of the animators participating in the poll about wages said that they earned less than 1 million yen, or about $10,000 annually. The average is said to be about $12,000 a year in 2019, barely a reasonable salary for any job.
Exactly.
And this is all on top of the fact that the large majority of animators live in Tokyo, renowned as one of the most expensive cities in the world. It isn't a far stretch to say that for 1 million yen a year, living in Japan isn't an easy task. And to escape the poor salary deals, many work without contracts as freelance. But that means that they don't have company benefits like health insurance while arguably working just as hard. And some animators don't even do as well as others in other specializations as well. The most highly paid storyboard animators, for example, who draw frames to plan out the episodes, reportedly only receive 80% of other kinds of animators. But doing what you love isn't always about the money. In fact, for most artistic pursuits, money almost always takes a second or third priority. But with the amount of work that Japanese animators have to do, burnout and exhaustion are significant issues for those working towards their passions that must be taken into consideration. Another survey supports the earlier claim of an average of 12-hour workdays for animators, this one averaging out to 11. But it's not like they spend half of the entire day.
Well, because that's pretty much their lives, you know. So,
Imagine, I know that people always say that, oh, just because you're doing what you're passionate about, money doesn't mean anything. No, money does. It does mean, because you need to survive as well. You can't work your life away and then look at, oh my God, I haven't got children, I haven't raised a family, I haven't got married, no, man. No.
that's why we say birth rate is decreasing around the eastern areas. more
And
specifically.
because of things like that, bro, because of things like that, no, something needs to be done, man. This isn't right.
Mm.
Work overtime so that they can, say, have less work the next day. Actually, over 50% of those surveyed had 4 or less days off in the entire month, including weekends.
What? There is no way. They don't take days off. What? 54.9% of the respondents reported having 4 or fewer days off a month. That includes weekend. Licious, do the calculation. How
That sounds illegal.
that has to be illegal. That cannot be legal.
That sounds very illegal.
You're literally working people to death.
Like,
Ay, 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 ay.
But then again,
people wonder why some seasons of anime is like, oh, why is the animation so bad? What do you think? Because they've got unrealistic deadlines and they're getting paid cheaply for it.
Ay, ay, ay.
What do you think?
That is so bad. I didn't even, I didn't even know that. I knew they were working hard 12 hours a day, but the days off, I did not know that. Oh my God. Oh man. I will never take anime for granted again.
4 or less days off in the entire month, including weekends, taking the idea of karoshi, death by overwork, to its extreme. I talked very in depth about the idea of karoshi in my video about mangakas and how they work to the bone for each and every chapter, so go and watch that video if you want to further understand the term itself. But it essentially refers to the very common culture of overwork within Japan's workforce, where stretching your body's limits for work is almost like a badge of honor rather than a significant concern. 12 plus hours of work a day for $30. Not even a full weekend off at the end of the week. It can't even be considered minimum wage, really. But don't get me wrong, this isn't always forced on them. In fact, it is an inherent cultural standard in Japan to want to work for a collective purpose and devote yourself entirely for that sake. It is voluntary and it does stem from each animator's, or each of Japan's workers really, their passion for their work. Some decide it's not worth it. Yosuke Hirakimoto quit the industry after his first child was born, after many years of never making more than $38 a day.
That's
But
crazy.
most do stick with it. According to Hirakimoto, no matter how little some of them got paid, they were willing to do the work. And so there is a really important question that must be addressed, which is, why doesn't it change? Why don't conditions and wages improve? Why is animation so grueling? Well, a big aspect of the problem is that the supply of aspiring animators is relatively inelastic, meaning that companies can keep wages just about as low as they want and still receive a stable supply, if not an influx actually, of workers. Because there are so many young animators passionate about creating anime who dream of making it big and working on this art form, most costs are acceptable to them.
This sounds like what's the word for it? A classic case of what's the word for it? I want to say control. Is that the right term? Control, Licious?
I couldn't even hear the audio, so what you were referencing?
The way, okay, the guy, the poster on the video explained that because there is influx of young inspiring animators that want to work for the industry, that want to get into anime, that the businesses, they can set price as low as possible, they can set salary as low as possible and still receive an influx of people coming into work, which means that they will never lose out on money. They will always make more money and they can pay them less.
I heard everything up until set the price low as possible because it just cut off.
I'm sorry, my microphone is really trash. But basically, Macho, can you explain it for me?
So is what you're referring to is the fact that they know that young people want to be aspiring animators and they know nothing about the industry, so they set the price as low as possible, thinking, oh, take or leave it, that's as much as you're gonna get.
And they know people are still going to jump on the bandwagon. People are still going to get workers. They know this, so they're abusing the system because they know they can get away with it.
So we Gen Z call this daylight robbery.
There you go. There, yeah, daylight robbery. robbing you in daylight. That's exactly okay. That's a perfect analogy. Because how can there not be any legislation by the government in order to protect the workers in the workforce? We have it. How do they not have it?
Different countries, different policies.
That's mad. Somebody needs to stand up. Somebody needs to stand up to this.
After all, it isn't a dead end job.
This kind of behavior is so
I
embedded
know
in them.
Miyazaki.
It would take a while for things to change.
It would take a while, and it would take someone like a new generation. I'm not talking about the old heads, because you can't teach an old dog a new trick. You cannot teach an old dog new trick. It needs a fresh new idea, fresh new person in order to turn things around. Otherwise, they're gonna go extinct, Licious. They're gonna go extinct.
The
Yeah.
famed co-founder of Studio Ghibli and Hideaki Anno, the director of Neon Genesis Evangelion, both began as mere animators. You can become a director or supervisor, all of which do pay reasonably. Though, of course, that doesn't necessarily mean any less work, just more reasonable pay for it. Simone Stanzani, a translator in the animation business for over 3 decades now, described this inelastic trend in more blunt terms. She said that studios have a lot of cannon fodder. They have no reason to raise wages.
This is exactly what I was talking about. They have no reason to raise wages because they can just use people however they want to, and people will still come to them. So if they were not getting an influx of people and young animators coming in, they will have no choice but to raise wages and make the working environment much more friendlier and better to attract people. But because they're already getting people, they don't see the need to. It's kind of like, it's kind of like that issue that what isn't broken, don't fix it. Yeah, is that the right term?
It's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
The excessive hours and low wages are allegedly in violation of Japanese labor laws.
What? Did you hear that?
No.
The excessive labor is already in violation of Japanese labor laws.
But let's think of it like that. If a rule is enforced and no one's adhering to that rule, is it really a rule?
Exactly. So what is it for then? What is the point if nobody is abiding by that law?
The point is, because people there, like you said, they don't protest. They're not very outraged the same way like Western countries are.
Right.
So it's like, in their head, it's like, if no one's doing anything about it, let's keep going, let's keep doing it, because who's stopping us? Nobody. You know what I mean?
Right. That makes sense.
Whereas you take places like the French people, yeah, if they have a problem with something, they're gonna do it they're gonna sort it out by any means necessary. If it means going out and protesting in the streets for weeks on end, they will do it. Because that's just what the French do. They've been doing it since however long, since before we were even alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas over there, they're not like that.
It's crazy.
Japan's labor ministry said the government is aware of the problem, but had little recourse unless animators themselves filed a complaint.
There you
And
go.
such, because most are willing to put up with it, nothing really changes. Because Japan in general cultivates a work environment of avoiding direct confrontation and working your hardest no matter what, the problem persists. But that culture of keeping your head down doesn't go for everyone. In the midst of arguably Mappa Studios' biggest and busiest year ever in 2020, heading productions of Attack on Titan Season 4 and Jujutsu Kaisen, the 2 most popular anime of the year, several accusations of insanely low wage rates from their workers arose. They claimed to have factory-like, unhealthy working conditions, working them until the sun came up. And though this problem actually seemed to be rooted in the fact that Netflix wasn't willing to pay Mappa enough budget proportionally to the amount of work going into the projects, it doesn't change the fact that its ultimate downstream effect fell onto the workers who felt obligated to speak up. And also, not every company is some horrible machine pumping the life out of their animators if that's what it made it seem like. Kyoto Animation is known for giving employees favored salaries instead of always outsourcing to freelancers, the cheaper and more common option. And so, at the end of the day, the issue is systemic. It is built upon restrictive budgets from production committees and the Japanese culture of overwork and the almost indistinguishable passion of young animators to work on the anime they love. It's difficult to even think about the fact that a form of media that brings millions joy and entertainment rides on the back of so much exhausting work. Leave a comment on what you think. I always encourage discussion and opinions on such a controversial and difficult topic. And as always, this has been the Anime Culture Corner. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future in-depth show manga and character analyses.
Man, he's got my subscription, man. I am subscribing to his channel. I'm definitely liking and subscribing. That was very insightful. That is very insightful. What are your thoughts, Licious?
Again, it doesn't surprise me because as long as these workers don't speak up, it's gonna be like this for however long. You know what I mean? Because if they try this rubbish elsewhere, the workers aren't gonna stand for it. You know what I mean?
100%. Over here, are you mad? Are you mad?
Yeah, they're not,
30,
bro.
36,
They're gonna start doing protests at the building before their shift
$36,
ends.
$36 a day.
A day.
I don't even make that in
I
half
make
a
more
day.
than that and I'm part-time.
You make
Does
more
that
than
make
that.
any sense?
It makes no sense. Madness. What about you, my show? What's your thoughts on this?
At the end of the day, I don't really have it. It's just how Japan structures at this point. But I do wish everyone needs to be cut a break eventually.
I really hope things go better. I really do, because I 100% I would not mind supporting those animators if they had like a PayPal, a GoFundMe, stuff like that. I would love that. But unfortunately, most of these animators they find, not even animators, Japan itself, they find tips to be an insult. It's so weird how it's so different from America. America, they live on tips. You know, they're actually insulted. They're actually
They get mad if you don't tip.
sorry, what?
I said they love their tips. They get mad if you don't tip.
Exactly. While Japan, they get mad if you do tip. That's such a stark contrast.
Because they're very like hold your head up high, like don't hold your hand out for people kind of thing. Yeah. It's different.
It's crazy. Anyway, this was a very insightful stream. I really liked it. We watched a bit of anime. We had a lot of discussion. Heck, we probably should have made it just a discussion, a discussion stream. But this was good, though. This was really good. I really enjoyed this. Did you guys enjoy the stream?
Yeah.
Maestro, did you enjoy the stream?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Truly. Watching anime throwbacks anyway. It's a good starting line.
Yeah, for sure. Now I'm gonna make a list. I promise you. We're gonna watch some really good animation. They're gonna be some good stories.
Doesn't have to be episode 1. Just find the best episode.
Yeah, just the best episode. Yeah, for sure. But do you know what I really want to watch on stream? Shin-chan.
Me and Tia were talking about this literally yesterday. It's funny.
Really?
Not yesterday, the day before.
What was your discussion about?
Huh?
What was your discussion about?
We were just talking about Shinchan. Well, because he was asking me, what shows you watching right now? And then they kind of just like steered to, I really want to get back into watching anime, I just not had time. Then she brought up Shinchan, because I remember we used to watch it on Wednesdays at PS3.
I can't believe she remembers that. That's crazy.
Shin-chan.
Yeah, you used to have
Yeah.
the whole thing on PS3, remember?
No. I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think about what I think of Shinshan now, as
Uh,
of right now.
I mean,
Is
it's
it
still
funny?
funny.
Is it still funny?
It's
I'm
funny
trying
as
to
the older
figure
you
it out.
get. Yeah.
I think it's still
Yeah.
funny, you know, because that first episode still makes me laugh to this day.
Well, I mean, I said, yeah, it's funnier the older you get. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's funnier the older you get because you understand the jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, just thinking about it right now, especially when Muscle was doing that kick and they were like, that was gay, Muscle. That's so gay. Oh my goodness. Good times, good times. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it to it. I'm gonna relax a little bit, take a shower because it's so damn warm, and then hit the haystack.
I did not hear any of that, but I heard it went blank and then I heard haystack.
Haystack. Well, haystack means bed, so hit the bed.
All right.
All right, have a good night, guys.
All right. You too.
I set
Bye.
Sonic Mania to 12 o'clock. So what do you think
Sonic
of
Mania.
this time?
Are you streaming on 12 o'clock?
Yeah.
All right, I think you will. But let me quickly take a look at your description and your tags. Yeah, they need to be on point, Maestro. They need to be on point.
Whatever you think is necessary.
Okie dokie. All right, have a good night. Yeah.
Right.
Bye.
Bye bye.